Now, global powers have suffered a double-digit, multi-digit, 20%, 30%, 40% and more slump in GDP figures immediately post-COVID lockdown. Countries like America have seen a 33% fall in GDP. Viewers, Canada, GDP has fallen by 39%. Singapore by over 41%. It's the global reality. Yes, we've recorded a 23% fall, but that's almost half that of Singapore. It's very much in line and little below the global trend. So what has been going on with these political spin masters since yesterday saying our economy is in free fall? It's not. Let's debate.
Industries have remained shut. The world has remained indoors. Global economies have been in a state of paralysis. Singapore has seen a fall of 41.2% in GDP. United Kingdom has seen a slump of 20.4%. Japan has seen a fall of 27.8% in GDP figures. Canada has recorded a fall of 38.7% in GDP. United States seeing a slump of 33%. India has seen a fall of 23.9% in line with the global trend.
Just a talk and nothing happens on the ground. And that is why Indian economy is in shambles. Indian economy is in bad shape.
देखिए 23% डिक्लाइन है, लगभग 30% डिक्लाइन है ये. 6% अप था वो भी चला गया और 23.9 ये नीचे, तो लगभग 30% का डिक्लाइन है और मुझे लगता है हिस्ट्री में शायद हमारे यहाँ पर सबसे बड़ा डिक्लाइन है ये.
Across the political spectrum in India, there have been extreme reactions. Let's look at some of them. Sitaram Yechuri blamed crazy demonetization, badly implemented GST and sudden lockdowns. Rahul Gandhi tweeted, GDP minus 23.9%. Destruction of the country's economy began with demonetization. P. Chidambaram was quick to say, a matter of surprise to government that was seeing green shoots. Sachin Pilot termed it our worst ever performance since independence. Are these responses just spin doctoring by political parties? Are all these leaders blind to the global economic reality? Let's debate.
All right, viewers. They were spinning it so much yesterday, I don't know where to start. They've made a dosa of GDP figures, Professor Basu. They put it in the grinder, they've been spinning and spinning and spinning, right? I don't think Rahul Gandhi understands anything, leave alone economics or GDP. He probably doesn't even know the full form. And Priyanka Vadra, I don't think she has any professional expertise or academic qualifications to comment on the matter. They have been saying that there is a tsunami. What tsunami? Where you are staying, the economy has fallen by 41.2%, Professor Basu.
Yes. Yes, we have a global pandemic after all, a global pandemic that has hammered economies around the world. Singapore's economy has contracted 41.2%. The US economy has contracted 33% in the latest quarter. So India's contraction is part of that. I think it's important to also recognize that in the previous quarter, India's economy grew 3.2% and China's contracted 6.8% in the previous quarter. So in that quarter, India was in fact the fastest growing economy in Asia. China was the slowest growing economy in the world. Yeah. So these are quarterly numbers. The second quarter was a terrible quarter for most of the world, including for India. India took the tough decision to lock down the economy to preserve the health of our people. And as a result, we had an awful economic contraction. We've just had the auto sales numbers for August. And we don't have all the details, but we know that Maruti, India's largest car maker, which produces about half the cars in India, had a 17% increase in its sales worldwide, 20.2% increase in its sales in India alone. So we're beginning to see a recovery, and this is year-on-year growth of 20.2%. So we're already beginning to see a recovery in the economy. Tractor sales in the whole country were up 39% in July. So we are already on the way to a pretty powerful recovery. Of course, COVID, which I would properly call the China virus, the Wuhan coronavirus, has had a hugely negative impact on us and on a lot of other countries around the world. But the economy is now on its way to recovery. The second quarter was an awful quarter.
Yeah, so this thing that you guys spread yesterday, Sunit Chopra.
This is a PR speech by a professor, or no, I'm really sorry. This is absolutely PR speech this professor is making. We all know that.
No, what are the, 1 minute, may I ask you a question? You're on the debate with Professor Vaidyanathan also. We have many professors on the debate tonight. Chidambaram tweeted, Professor Vaidyanathan, Indian economy declined more than any countries except the economy of the United States. I think after he stayed in custody with the Enforcement Directorate, Chidambaram is out of touch because the Canadian economy suffered its worst 3-month stretch with a 39% contraction in this quarter. So they are very confidently spreading the lie. Where is the confidence coming from about spreading the lie, Professor Vaidyanathan?
No, it's, what do you call it? It's a question of being in opposition, etc. But the fact of the matter is, forget about the issue is in terms of comparison, year-on-year comparison versus previous quarter comparison and lot of. But today the State Bank of India has released a research team which is for India actually. They have mentioned the SBI that first quarter our decline is minus 24%. And they say annual our growth rate is going to be minus 11%, 10.9%. Our own SBI, we are not discussing about any of the global numbers or something.
Slow down earlier than you can't.
So we are. See, we should be very clear about one thing. Pre-COVID also we were not doing well.
In 2017.
If you cross 2016, our decline has started. After 2016, 2017.
Just a minute. A minute, please. Listen. 1 minute. Japan's economy. Let me talk about a very developed economy. Japan's economy shrank by 28%. We are 23%. If you are comparing GDP contraction, 1 minute, please understand. Please.
Minus 23%.
Pardon me? Yes, of course, minus 23%. Have you ever heard of an economy growing 23%? Except Sonia Gandhi's personal economy, nobody grows at 23%.
Minus 23%.
Karan Bhasin is laughing.
Japan's is not minus. Japan's is not minus. No, he might laugh.
No, please, somebody
Karan Bhasin.
Ours is 40-year low. 40-year lowest growth.
65% of your sector is shut because of a pandemic. What are you talking about? Growth happens when economic activity takes place. No economic activity was happening. And mind you, I'm very glad that we have a BJP government at present and not you guys. Because had you guys been there, this minus 23 would have been minus 50, minus 60%. That's the extent of mismanagement that you guys have done. Seriously, I mean, what are you talking about? What are you guys talking about? You guys mismanaged the economy for 6 decades. Now that we have aspirations to fix and undo the mistakes that you made, you guys want to revert back to the old ways. Please be my guest. But fact is that crony capitalism is India's Indra's gift to India. It's Indra's gift to India, followed by Rajiv.
Now there's the problem with no, one second. As they said, forgive these people, they don't know what they are doing. I will tell you a few facts. Sunit Chopra,
yes.
Since the only piece of paper that you read is your party's magazine, here is some good information for you. The Purchasing Managers Index, which for manufacturing was recorded at 52. Ask anybody, any number above 50 shows expansion of economic activity, not contraction. So I'm giving you recent statistics which prove that the expansion has started. Point number 2, and Gopal Krishna Agarwal of the BJP is with me. So I'll say this to you, IT companies have turned in a positive June quarter. IT companies have posted stronger operating margins in Q1 FY21. Sunit Chopra, listen to me. And one thing which you may not like, because
manufacturing has come down. Manufacturing has come down by nearly...
Boss, demand will fall because of COVID. What do you expect?
It has
there
come
is
down.
the highest sale of tractors in the
It's
month
not
of August.
COVID.
It is crossed
Demand
everywhere.
will fall because of lockdown.
There is a
finishing
uptick.
transport,
And Mr. Sumit
finishing
Chopra,
sales,
you should be happy
closing shops.
when more than
That's where
55%
demand
of
falls,
our
not with
population
COVID.
is dependent on agriculture. There is a positive growth when other economic sectors have shown a contraction.
Yes, and that is why you're stealing land now in the name of land bank.
Growth.
You're stealing land in the name of land bank.
In the area
Yesterday,
of agriculture sector, where
many
most
farmers
of the population,
from Bharat came,
of the population
and they are fighting because their land is being taken away from them, which they had gained during Zamindari abolition in UP.
The demand will come from the agriculture
You are
sector.
looting the farmers. Don't talk about
being
farmers.
pushed into the agriculture sector. Manufacturing,
you have controlled the mandis
automobiles,
and you are stealing their land.
The worst phase in our economy due to pandemic is behind us. Now, even the globally, you see, there has been
There is no
flow
pandemic.
of FDI. There has been a increase in the foreign exchange.
Okay, tell me.
Don't talk about globally. You don't compare yourself with China, man.
1 second, please. Allow me 1 minute. DK, listen. This is a serious debate. This is a serious debate. Listen to me, DK. You have to stop trying to fearmonger people of India.
Very serious, yes.
My point is, please be a nationalist. Don't try to do fearmongering of people of India. Ask people who know, like PK Basu. They will tell you, my country's foreign exchange reserves have gone up to reach over $537 billion. We are very strong. Auto sector is completely right. They are bouncing back. 2 major automobile companies in India. There they go again.
I see hungry people. I see people without jobs. I see people
highest number of tractors sold in the month of August.
The business has collapsed.
You see, the second
PK Basu, dude. PK Basu.
second quarter ended 2 months ago. We are now in September. We have latest numbers. The PMI for manufacturing, the Purchasing Managers Index for manufacturing shows that in August, the manufacturing sector began to recover. You are looking at 2 months ago. The data that was released, the GDP data was for April to June.
Yes.
I'd like Karan to come in. Karan, the problem I have in this debate is the moment you put statistics, these people turn around and say statistics don't matter. I know somebody who's lost a job. What kind of argument? How can we have a debate like this?
No, so when the GDP figures were great, they suspected the GDP figures. Ab jab GDP figures negative aa gaye, now they have no problem with the GDP figures. The problem with these people are that they wear the glasses of ideology and they are unable to sort of, think things through. They are saying that demand is because of, lockdown. Lockdown happened because of Corona. What is the problem of the Communist Party? Why can't they blame China for the present, crisis? What is stopping the CPM in India from blaming China? What is blaming Congress from blaming China for the present situation? Because at the end of the day, it is China which is responsible for the current mess that we are in. They, destroyed the global economy by releasing a virus which has devastated economies world over for the first time in the history of, modern industrial revolution. All world regions are in a contraction. Poverty is going to rise in the
the problem is, I'm not accusing you of taking drugs, but what I would say is that like in Bollywood, there are drug peddlers. Like in Bollywood, there are drug peddlers. In Lutyens, there are paranoia peddlers. They want to spread paranoia. Dr. Basu, will people become paranoid? Tell me, Dr. Vaidyanathan, such an experienced man. Let me ask the two professors.
You don't need paranoia. Modi is enough for paranoia.
That is paranoid. Made you paranoid. That's a giveaway. That's a giveaway. Professor Vaidyanathan. At least he confessed that Modi makes me paranoid.
The communists are close to extinction, which is a very good thing. Thank goodness the communists are close to extinction in India.
The Indian people will create paranoia.
Stop.
There is no paranoia for the people of India. The people of India are thrilled because they understand the challenge. There is a global pandemic that needs to be addressed.
I urge you, don't defend
and we are a vibrant new economy. Remember,
we are having a V-shaped recovery. We are having a V-shaped recovery while Rahul Gandhi is cheering on unemployment statistics. Professor Vaidyanathan, somebody tell them, Professor Vaidyanathan, step in. Take them to your class. Give them a lesson. Please make Sunit Chopra your student.
Step in when so many people are stepping out, right, on each other's toes. Now, we had TV Narasimha Rao, who brought significant changes at the central level for the corporate sector. Huge amount of reforms he did in 91. I think we require 28 PV Narasimha Raos in every state, and also at the municipal corporation level, to bring about major changes in our regulation and control of the business and MSMEs. This is what is the need of the hour. If we want to
Sunit Chopra,
continue with that,
Sunit Chopra, he does a Sunit Chopra. This I will request Professor Basu to take you under his wing. Professor Basu will give you a class in economic history. Professor Vaidyanathan will explain to you. Professor Vaidyanathan will explain to you.
Mr. Nambiar is linked to the UAE.
At this point, we are no longer talking to each other. We are talking at each other. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you that GDP is doing fine. The economy is doing fine. We are saying a V-shaped recovery. Unlock is taking effect. Corporates are doing better. Jobs are coming back. We're fine. We're going to be better. I'll see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock once again. Good night and goodbye.